most days of the week, I put on a little bit of makeup, depending on what I'm doing that day. It ultimately just makes me feel more put together, and yeah, I just enjoy it. I rarely ever like to film myself in the bathroom because this bathroom is just super outdated and just not what I want it to be, and I don't know that it ever will be, but I'm learning to embrace it. And I painted it this really pretty sage color earlier this year, and it's helped. It's grown on me a little bit more, and I added a little bit of artwork. Anyway, I started using a beauty blender again. I haven't used one of these for years, but it broke in half because I think that the cleanser that I use is a little bit too harsh, but whatever, it still works. Some sort of CC cream or stick foundation. Fill in my eyebrows just a little bit, and I'll show you what products that I use. Some blush, bronzer. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Okay, this is the best angle I can get, but this is what I use generally. I kind of go back and forth when it comes to foundation. I use the CC cream by It Cosmetics or the Merit foundation stick, or I'll sometimes use my Ilia, which this only works for me if I use a beauty blender with it, but I mix these two shades and it gives me my perfect shade. Okay, it stopped recording. I'll just go over after foundation. I will use the Glossier Glossier Brow Flick. It's just really simple. I mean, I'm in the market for a new brow product that's just really easy and like low maintenance. I don't know. I just need to fill in some parts of my brows because they're pretty sparse. And then this Tress Stick lip crayon that I just live and die by. I think I tried this from like a FabFitFun box years and years and years ago. So that's kind of how I end up incorporating new makeup into my routine. If I have an opportunity to try something and I really like it, then I'll continue to buy it. But like, I don't like to just go to Ulta and like try out new things. That's super overwhelming for me. I tried doing that the other day. I was trying to find a lip product and I bought like 3 different things and I couldn't even choose what brand. I chose MAC because it's like the most universal, I think, like lip product. And it just felt overwhelming because I didn't want to keep any of it, and so I returned it and it just felt bad. So another product that I use pretty much every day is this Ilia Color Haze Multi-Use Pigment. I love this stuff. They gifted it to me and it's like the perfect color. It's in Waking Up. And I love this like creamy, what's it called? Blush. Most creamy blushes that I've ever tried don't actually stay on your face, but this one is very pigmented. The Kat Von D Lock-It concealer is what I use. Cover up any blemishes. Like I just had some chin acne going on for the past week and a half. And so I've been covering it up with this and it's great. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what my mornings look like a general morning. It's pretty gloomy right now, so sorry if it's dark. It looks like it's nighttime, but it's just gloomy, and it was raining a little bit earlier, but I read my devotional this morning. I dropped Cove off at Mother's Day out. If I have a little bit of time before dropping her off, I'll usually drop off anything I need to at UPS. I dropped off a bunch of packages from my sale that I had this past weekend for Maricotta. Look at this cute tote bag. This was my mom's from like 20 years ago. And it's a vintage Esprit, I think that's how you call it, tote, and I love it. And I've always begged her for it. And she left for the Philippines last month and gave it to me. So I'm gonna show you guys how I organize my week and my day because, oh man, it's taken me a long time to really figure out a rhythm when it comes to organization and planning. And I think college really helped me with that. College really showed me the best way that I like to study and the best way that I like to organize my weeks. I have this really thin, simple, bare bones planner from Target. And all it is just a monthly calendar. So it's just months. And the key for me is that the calendar doesn't have lines. I hate lines on calendars. And so for the big things, like for example, this coming November, we have a trip coming up going to Michigan. I have that written out. Also, I have a market, the Art and Beer Market in Austin on the 12th. And then, yeah, pretty much anytime that we're going out of town, certain deadlines for brand deals I have. So this was like the month of October. And then for my actual to-dos, I use this weekly, it's called the Weekly Times Life Journal, but it's basically this weekly notepad, and I'll just rip off the week prior and then start fresh, which I actually have something written down on. This is where I write all of my assignments that are due. The video cut me off again because I have no storage on my phone. But all that to say, I love using this weekly notepad because I get to rip off previous weeks and start fresh. I think there's so much power in writing things down because it helps you just remember things more and have like a clearer mind. Once you can get something on paper, it no longer needs to be stored in your head. I think I bought this off Amazon, so I'll link this. It's still pretty warm here in Houston. For a little while, it was a little bit chilly in the morning, like 40, 50s, which I was really excited about, but it's literally like 75 degrees and very, very humid. And now it's raining. I got this sweater secondhand. It's LL Bean, but it's one of my favorites right now because of all the texture, and it's just such great quality. I've just come to find that like the best sweaters are used because one, obviously they're a fraction of the price that you would get retail for a good quality sweater. But I just love LL Bean sweaters specifically, and I feel like you should always buy those used because they have a bunch of them on Depop. These shorts are from Stork. They are really great. I'm really glad that I got them a size up because they're just super comfy now. We walked to the park yesterday and I wore biker shorts, and they were the ones that go over my belly. And after like 30 minutes of being outside, I was so uncomfortable because it was just so tight. And not that the biker shorts were uncomfortable and tight, but just the fact that they were like stuck to my skin made me really uncomfortable. And so I think I'm gonna have to stick to shorts like this if it's hot, at least until I'm no longer pregnant. And then my shoes are New Balance 530s. These socks, they're by the brand Hansel from Basil, I think. I got them last year, but they're just super cute. It's a lot of work filming and posting for YouTube, especially on a weekly basis. And I know that's just not realistic for me in this season because I'm in school and Maricotta's doing really well, and I don't know that I have time to add another weekly task that takes hours and hours. So I think what I'll be doing after I post this one is see how it goes, and then also just post as I have time to, or as I have the inspiration to, post something if I have something to share, just here and there, and then I'll make sure that I post it on Instagram. I also have been having a lot of fun on TikTok, just like posting fun things, like short form videos. So, oh yeah, and also this wall is bare now, and I've been liking having a clean slate. It's been nice to just kind of clear my mind. Sometimes, even if it's organized clutter, it's like just too much for me. And I always go back to like just needing it to be cleared out. I don't know.